The stage is set in battleground Pennsylvania. The countdown has begun, and in a few hours from now, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris will battle it out face to face on the podium before the final war for votes on the 5th of November. But before that, let's take a trip down memory lane and revisit another landmark presidential debate. The common factor between then and now is Donald Trump. Trump has been a part of presidential debates 3 times so far, against Hillary Clinton in 2016, Joe Biden in 2020, and then Joe Biden again in 2024. But this will be the second time that the Republican leader will be debating a political rival who is a woman. Ahead of the high-stakes showdown tonight, here's a look at some of the key highlights from the 3 rounds of Clinton-Trump presidential debates back in 2016. Take a look.
She doesn't have the look. She doesn't have the stamina. I said she doesn't have the stamina. And I don't believe she does have the stamina. To be president of this country, you need tremendous stamina.
As soon as he travels to 112 countries and negotiates a peace deal, a ceasefire, a release of dissidents, an opening of new opportunities in nations around the world, or even spends 11 hours testifying in front of a congressional committee, he can talk to me about stamina.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women.
We have never in the history of our country been in a situation where an adversary, a foreign power, is working so hard to influence the outcome of the election. And believe me, they're not doing it to get me elected. They're doing it to try to influence the election for Donald Trump.
We have a country with tremendous numbers of nuclear warheads, 1,800, by the way, where they expanded and we didn't. 1,800 nuclear warheads, and she's playing chicken. Look, Putin, from everything I see, has no respect for this person.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani tells us about the main concerns for the Democrats going into the presidential election and how they can address them. Let's listen in.
Democrats are worried about complacency, particularly among core Democratic-leaning groups, and whether enthusiasm will ultimately translate into votes. To address this, they need to turn energy into support for their candidate through grassroots efforts and get out and vote campaigns. Additionally, Democrats are concerned about losing traditional strongholds such as Pennsylvania and need to work harder to energize working-class voters. They also need to maintain or expand their advantage among white college-educated voters, especially women. And while abortion is a main issue and an important issue for women across the country, still, economy plays number 1.
Susan further explained Trump's recent struggles and why the race remains so close, and what can Kamala Harris now do to cut into Trump's advantages.
The race remains close due to Trump's enduring advantages, particularly on the economy and his ability to find effective attack lines. Harris needs to introduce herself to a closely divided audience and cut into Trump's disadvantages by running an aggressive race, leveraging her robust infrastructure in battleground states, and effectively communicating her policies and vision. The upcoming debate will be a crucial test for her ability to do so. Additionally, Democrats really need to address concerns about older voters who may not be sold on Harris and work to maintain or expand their advantage among the traditional reliable voting group.